Quan made this one.
Niggas can't see me. Black one VVs. Whole team Rubies. And they choose.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's KG Dynamic. I'm KG, and here we are with the X-Men Dark Phoenix final trailer. I know the properties have already been bought, but I still do believe this is officially still getting released under 20th Century Fox, and New Mutants is supposed to be the first former Fox property to be at least released under Marvel Studios. I think that's the case. I read something today about New Mutants getting pushed back, so I don't know about that. Again, with X-Men, I'd say I have more enjoyed the X-Men franchise than I have felt sour towards it. But I feel like it peaked at First Class and Days of Future Past, and like I think Apocalypse had the potential to finish off and make that like a great freaking trilogy, but it just wasn't executed correctly. And based off of The Last Stand, the Dark Phoenix story wasn't executed that well either. So we're gonna see how this works. I'm not really sure. I mean, this movie has been pushed back so much that, do I want to see it? Yeah, sure. But am I excited or in a rush to see it? Not really. I mean, I just feel like nothing is going. No, I'm not gonna say nothing good is going to come from this. Nothing worthwhile is going to come from this, because this is the end. And plus, all these properties, the X-Men and Fantastic Four properties, getting bought out by Marvel Studios and Disney, it doesn't help this case either, because all that is going to do is just make people go, oh, this doesn't even matter anymore. I'm just going to wait for the reboot, you know? So this movie has, or the people behind this movie have the weight of the world literally like on their shoulders, because it's like this is all you have left to give, and like there's not many people that are really like looking forward to receiving it. So I mean, that's the only thing. But anyway, guys, I guess we can go ahead and check this trailer out, and I'll give my thoughts on what I like, what I dislike, and take it from there. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Dark Phoenix final trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen of NASA, this is Charles Xavier. Help is on the way.
We're doing space missions now. Cool.
We get the astronauts, we bring them home. Go!
This is interesting.
Heat signature's rising fast.
We gotta get out of here.
Where's Jean?
Where is she?
Oh shit. So technically it's like a force.
She should be dead.
Did you hear what the kids are calling you? Phoenix.
Hello, Jean. Who are you? The better question is, who are you?
Something's happening to me. When I lose control, bad things happen. But it feels good.
That power destroyed everything it ever came into contact with. Until you. The X-Men fear you. And what they fear,
We seek to destroy.
She'll kill us all.
The girl dies. She's still our friend.
She's not Jean anymore.
let me take a minute to get my thoughts together. It's kind of hard to really think about this movie when, like, you know that nothing of true importance is going to come from it now because it's being thrown in the garbage disposal. So it's kind of hard to come up with a certain way to feel about this movie. You have to think of it in a different way if you understand what I'm saying. I'm just not there with this movie. I'm not there. We've seen this once. And I like that they like the idea when they first brought in the younger cast, mixed it with the old, and be like, oh yeah, we're going to backtrack through time to show the new reset, or when we reset the timeline in Days of Future Past, we're going to take you through the journey that ended up actually happening. So that was cool. But getting here, knowing that it just doesn't feel like an end. It doesn't feel like an ending. I mean, and that's what this is supposed to be, an ending. And I'm not feeling that whatsoever. This movie is so dead to me, and it's starting to piss me off a little bit, because I'm like, this is something I should be looking forward to heavily. But I don't know what it is, but something is taking me away from this movie. I think it's because the X-Men franchise has had so many like ups and downs and twists and turns. It's just, at this point, it's like, all right, this is enough. With this Dark Phoenix trailer, I feel like this is going to be I feel like this is going to be X-Men Apocalypse all over again. X-Men Apocalypse, they made that in a way similar to this, to make it feel like an end, or a climactic point in this universe. And to me, Apocalypse failed to do that. There was never truly a point where I felt that things were so bad to where they couldn't beat Apocalypse, you know? It's like, you know when a movie should have stakes and like you feel no sense of urgency when you're watching the trailer, like for these characters. Like, these are characters like we've seen several times over the past, 20 years. And like when I feel like over time we have lost the connection to these characters. Like, the connection is dead between these characters and the fans for the most part. You know, there's some people that are still like, oh my God, Dark Phoenix looks so good. But I mean, I can't honestly say that, you know, and I'm not gonna say, you know, something that's not true to how I am feeling, you know, when it comes to this. But I don't know, guys. I do like the interesting take of, let's say, we go back through the trailer. I do like the interesting take of them working with NASA. You know, it's like, okay, it's like space mission. Like, we know we have mutants, and it's like that are capable of handling this sort of thing. You know, it's like kind of like the government knows about them, so we can enlist the help of some of these mutants, the ones that are willing. You know, stakes. The reason why I keep bringing up is the stakes and urgency about this movie is because that adds importance. That adds depth. That gives our characters more of an it creates an initiative for these characters. It makes them realize, okay, something needs to be done. We can't just sit here on the sidelines. Like, we got to shut this shit down, you know? And when you don't get that from a movie, it starts to make you care even less. Hell, you can look at some of the actors until they're not completely in it. You see Jennifer Lawrence, you know, in this trailer, that's Jennifer Lawrence. If you notice, she's pulled herself away further and further and further away from the character of Mystique. She puts forth like a lot less in effort every single movie. She's turning into herself. And that's what a lot of people are hating about these movies. She's turning into herself. That's kind of like, this has nothing to do. That's kind of like how I feel with Dwayne Johnson right now in acting. The Rock is my favorite of all time when it comes to wrestling. Then he went to acting, you know, and I'm like, he's doing good. He's made some good movies, and then he got in Fast Five. I was like, oh my god, this is great. But then if I look at the Fast and Furious franchise, every movie he got worse. I mean, some of you can disagree, but I mean, he got worse every movie. He went from Hobbs, the badass who was like wrath of God. He's like, I'm gonna catch you and you're gonna do your time, to what do we have now? Hobbs and Shaw, and it's like buddy, good cop, bad cop film. I don't know what the fuck. You know, it's just like it's just a comparison. It's like Jennifer Lawrence and Dwayne Johnson are taking very similar routes in what they're doing as far as their acting goes. Kevin Hart too, same character every movie, and like that's what I'm seeing that's what you can tell. You can look at some people and tell. I feel like this movie is a movie just to be a movie, and I don't like that. The best part of this movie, I'm gonna call it right now, because it was the same way in Apocalypse, and it'll be the same way in this movie, I guarantee it. The best part of this movie will be Michael Fassbender's Magneto. 100%. And other than that, and the Quicksilver scene, which I feel like they're probably it's gonna be just like Justice League. I guarantee Quicksilver's gonna get close, and Phoenix is just gonna hit that side eye. He's gonna go, oh shit, you know. Yeah, but I feel like other than that, this movie has nothing going for it. And I hate to say that, because these characters have been around for a long time, and I've really liked watching these characters, but I can't deny that everything's gone downhill from where it was since First Class and Days of Future Past, you know. And there's no Wolverine. I mean, that's just a bonus that just makes it even worse. But I mean, you know, I don't know. That's very much all I got, guys. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. How do you feel about the Dark Phoenix movie? Are you excited for it? What are you looking forward to? Is there anything you agree with what I said? Whether you agree or disagree, put it down in the comments. Nobody has to take it all personal. It's opinions over here. Nothing's fact. Don't take it to the dick. And I guess that's about it. So I will see you guys later.
Ooh, Quan made this one.
Niggas can't see me. Black one VVs. 14 rubies. And they choose.